What's going on, everyone? James here from Bass Layers, and we are in the backyard again working on a bunch of fishing lures today. I got all my tools out here in the backyard because my bait room is so hot. It's like 105, 110 today in Sacramento with a whole bunch of smoke from all the fires. It's kind of hard to breathe, and I'm trying to get some projects finished. I have a bunch of baits that are for sale. We'll start off with that. I still have this guy for sale, the old rattlesnake, California rattlesnake. This guy for sale, the old pink and silver with a little bit of sepia on it, blue and pink eyes, little fat tail on that guy. That guy's for sale. This guy's sell that guy for 20, sell this guy for 25. Just trying to make some extra money to buy more supplies, to buy more stuff, to make more baits. Got this guy. It's the old duck with the fish. Haven't got to try swimming this guy yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to swim good. Somebody wants to buy it off me and test it out for me and tell me what a fish is like. Got some real duck feathers on there that I found at one of the fishing spots. I just glued them on there and then epoxied it. And I have people asking me how I put certain things on here, like these and some of the leaves and stuff. Glue stick. Use a glue stick. Take the glue stick and you take whatever it is and you just smear it on the top of the glue stick, and it'll get just enough on the backing of it to where you can stick it on, and it's not sticky on the top part of it, but you'll have sticky on the back. You got to be really careful when you're doing like the cannabis leaves and the feathers and stuff like that, but that's typically how I do it. I use a glue stick. So for those of you that have been asking for me, you're still watching the videos, there it is. I use a glue stick, and that is my trick. So I have a few other baits that I am in the process of making. Let's see here. Another one of the big ideas. I almost forgot the name of it. I got to drill out the eye holes and sand that guy, and I got to do all of the lead. I'll get a bunch of baits ready to go. I got this little dude that I'm making. It's going to have a jitterbug lip on the front of it, the little tail. Pretty cool little design. Just kind of drew it up. I always go with like kind of the same shape. It's kind of, this bait is kind of the same shape, but it's I don't know, big old fat one. Make them really fat, these ones, because I want them to displace a lot of water. My thinking with a lot of these baits is that I was going to try to start doing more night fishing and evening fishing like I used to. Especially coming up here in the fall. The fall time is really good. Well, actually the summertime is really good for night fishing and evening fishing because of temperatures and stuff. But the fall, man, get some really good wake bait bites. So with this guy right here, I am painting the same pattern as this, the same snake pattern. It's just a little bit of a different head style. Oops, banging that on. I got my camera sitting on a little ladder there. All kinds of noise. Made this guy. Gonna paint it up, and then I made some weird stuff. So this thing's kind of funky looking. A little bit different shape than the big idea. This guy's actually going to get the wings on it, the walk wings. So this is going to be a walking bait. I just put that tail on there for something else that'll just be back there kind of erratically kicking around, make a little more noise. I got this guy already, got the holes drilled out, and I put the lead in there. I come back with baking soda and regular super glue. You don't want to use the gel. I use the gel super glue for the eyes. And the regular super glue, you use the baking soda and the super glue on the bottom. And when I take this baking soda, put it in the holes to fill them in, and then you put the super glue on there and it instantly bonds. And then you can sand it flat. And then when I'm working on other baits and I'm doing like the joints, like on these ones, I take the little bit of extra epoxy that is just kind of sitting there that's not going to get used, and I'll put it over these to just kind of smooth them out a little bit better. And then I go back over and I sand it again to try to get them a little bit smoother. You don't really need the bottom of the bait to be completely smooth. I'm going to get them pretty close to smooth. Some of them You can still see like the little indents from where the lead's poured at. I really don't think that that matters much. It just looks like more of a little imperfection on the fish. And things in nature aren't exactly perfect. So as long as the bait swims right, and that's the other thing, I need to get out and start really fishing these baits, but it's hard for me. And yeah, so I got another bait that I'm making right now that I'm in the process of is this guy. It's a 6-inch 3-piece dragonfly bait. I'm going to make my own eyes for this like I've done in the past. I take paint and I paint it on like a manila folder or something thick, and then I use epoxy and I epoxy on top of it, and it makes the domed out eye. And you can do it like once or twice. And what I do with the paper is when I put it on, I just sit there with the paper and I back and forth it so the epoxy doesn't settle down. And if you move it this way, it's going to want to drip down, but if you leave it like that, it'll actually drip off. So you have to back and forth with the paper until the epoxy domes out the way you want and it sets. Sometimes it'll be 5-10 minutes. You just got to sit there. I'll just put on some music or put on a video on YouTube and watch it and just flip the paper back and forth. I have a video on that way back in my stuff if you look in the bait making videos. And then one of our subscribers in the comments wanted me to build a 6-inch dragonfly for him. So I have the pattern already cut out. This is the same exact as this. Same one. Except this one's going to be a 2-piece instead of a 3-piece. And it's going to get a bill on it instead of the jitterbug lip. This one's getting a jitterbug lip on it. And he wants me to build it with a regular square bill lip so I can make it into a wake bait. And told him I could do it because my confidence is high, and I think I can do it because I've built enough wake baits and I've built enough of these that I can do it. And that's the whole thing, is just to have the confidence to do what you got to do. Now I'm just taking these old pieces of board that I have sitting around the house, and I'm cutting and carving up the baits out of these. It's pretty solid wood, and it's seasoned, so it's solid. I was buying the basswood and stuff like that. I just can't really get my hands on it with everything going on right now, and being a little bit behind on stuff. I don't really have the money to buy wood right now of the types that I like, because I'm buying all kinds of other stuff like the jitterbug lips and some other stuff that I've been buying. I had to buy more paint, I had to buy a bunch of other stuff, more epoxy, and yeah. I still have not moved to the what is it, the Aluminite epoxy, which kind of sucks. It's just so expensive that I can't see buying it right now, and I don't have a proper place to store it temperature wise. So if I buy it, it's probably going to go bad on me really quick, and that's not a good thing. It's been the hottest summer in Sacramento that I can remember since I've been here. I moved here when I was 3 years old from Big Bear Lake, California, and I turned 43 this year, and man, it's 40 years in Sacramento, and I don't ever remember it being this hot this late in the year, and we're breaking a whole bunch of temperatures for heat. It sucks, man. A lot of my fishing spots are really getting close to dried up, and we went and drove over to one of the spots by Folsom, and I think we're going to lose it again. It sucks. And then we have a fishing spot that we got into, and it also is dying. I don't want to give up the name of that spot because we don't even video when we go out to that spot. It's a pay place, and it's not Lincoln Fishery, it's somewhere else, but it's about dried up, and it sucks. And then we have another spot where me and Richard were doing really well, and some of the guys that I followed on Facebook and stuff, they used to smash them out there, man. Those dudes were like my local hero fucking guys that I would follow, because they were always on the big fish, man, and they inspired the hell out of me to get off my ass and go out and fish. And I think I need to get another fire lit under my butt. It's just been such a weird year this year, and I just haven't. We started out on fire this year with fishing, and now it's just slowed down so much. I don't know. it's just life gets in the way sometimes. That's just what happens. I mean, a lot of things have happened. Tactical Bass and moved out of California. A lot of people I know are moving out of California in droves. It's kind of sad. A lot of my friends are moving out of state, and I got my kids here. I can't go anywhere, so I'm here in California, and that's where I'm staying. I've been here 4 years. I ain't leaving. 22 of 25 of the world record largemouth bass have been caught in this state. I know there's a lot of big fish in other states and other places. My kids being part Japanese, we always joke about going to Japan and going to Lake Biwa. And yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't see myself leaving California. The state isn't doing the best, but things always change. There's always an ebb and flow. You can't always have downs, and that's why I know I need to just keep building these baits. And I need to keep doing stuff. Even though I'm in a downtime and I feel like I'm not doing very well, I'm actually doing pretty good because I'm producing more stuff than I used to. I just needed to get it out to everybody, I guess, to say, get my products out to people, let them fish them. And I've been selling quite a bit of the stuff, and thank you to everybody that's buying everything off of me. I also make soft plastics. I make Senkos, I make swim baits. I got 3-inch crawdads, and I got the little small crawdads. Yeah, I got all the colorants and all the flakes to make whatever stuff. It's so hard for me to do the plastics because the shipping and everything is so expensive on the weight. I guess it's not that bad. Share, follow us on Instagram, and you want to get a bait. The best way to do it is to hit us up through Instagram, because I don't really like doing the address sharing and all that stuff on Facebook, YouTube. It'd be really nice if YouTube had an option to actually like private message people. But then again, that would kind of get out of hand sometimes. I don't know, but I don't know. Urban Bass Slayers. I've seen a lot of you guys out there fishing, catching some big fish. Sack Pig on Instagram caught a big old striper on one of his handmade baits. And if you guys don't follow Sack Pig on Instagram, go follow him. He's making some cool stuff too. Yeah, love you guys. Thanks for watching.